Hello, hello, hello. What's up? This is Randall with Crypto Love here. And this is the first video that I'm doing. Boom shakalaka. Willy Woo and Arthur Hayes are both bullish on Bitcoin on the 8-year anniversary of Crypto Love YouTube channel. I didn't believe it either. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, Bitcoin breaking down out of this bearish upward wedge structure, but Willy Woo and Arthur Hayes are both exceptionally bullish on Bitcoin on none other than the 8-year anniversary of your favorite crypto and Bitcoin YouTube channel, Crypto Love. That's right, today is the anniversary. 8 years ago today, August 22nd in 2017, I made the first video. And then since then, 2,700 videos, 2,700 videos. Long freaking time. There's very, very few other channels that have been around this long. Maybe like Crypto Lark, Jerry Banfield. That's pretty much it. Everybody else, new to the game, but we've been doing it for 8 years. You guys have been hanging around for a long time. Channel saw a lot of traction in the beginning, and then, you know, as Marcus Aurelius said, after fame comes oblivion. So we've been hanging out in oblivion for a very long time, but thanks for joining us. Now, today, aside from Bitcoin breaking out of this structure, looking potentially bearish in the short term, there are some big names, Willy Woo and Arthur Hayes, both very, very bullish at the moment. Today, if we take a look, Fear and Greed Index at 50. Not bullish, not bearish, not greedy, not scared, just dead center. 50. The overall market down 1% today. Bitcoin at 112,853, Ethereum at 4278, XRP at 285, and you can read the rest. Now, Bitcoin, you can see this ascending wedge. Generally, they break out to the downside. This one broke out to the downside. Go figure. Now, we do have some support here with the green line right here, the 100-day moving average at about $111,000. There's also some volume profile support, 105,000 and 96,000. And then also we have the 200-day moving average right now at about $100,000. So if price continues down, those might be levels to keep an eye on. And we are so far 34% of the way into the halving. Now, some people will say, well, it's already over. We should have already seen a top. Some people will say the top hasn't happened yet. And the reality of things is the magnitude of bearishness on Twitter, with Bitcoin less than 9% off of a top wick of a fresh all-time high, shows not enough people actually own spot Bitcoin. And I think this is such a valid point. Most people are just playing with leverage, aka gambling, aka dumb money getting liquidated over and over and over and over again. If you own spot Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin is pretty much at all-time highs. When I started the channel, Bitcoin was like between $1,800 and $3,000. It's gone up 40 to 60x since then. If Bitcoin were to do this again in the next 8 years, we would be looking at a $4 to $6 million Bitcoin. I mean, that's not freaking bad for holding spot Bitcoin. Whatever else you own, which is down 50%, I'd wager the likely cause for the bad mood is because people are playing with leverage. Yeah, that seems likely. Now, there is a possibility for a double top. If we take a look at the one-day Bitcoin candles right here, we have a top right here, we have a top right here, we have a neckline right there. And if we break that neckline, which is, I think, around 112,000, 110,000, somewhere around there, there's a possibility that price could go all the way down to $98,000 to $99,000. And those are some of the levels we were talking about right here with this volume profile and also the 200-day moving average. And also breaking it down from this ascending wedge. Guess what? Same type of levels, right around $100,000. Scoop up some liquidity before taking off. Basically, just scooping up dumb money before taking off once again. If you hold spot Bitcoin, guess what? Price just continues going up. Not forever, but until the bear market when it eventually goes down. Now, me personally, it seems like we haven't even begun the bull market. Every Bitcoin top was marked exactly by a red bar. If we take a look at the business cycle histogram right down here, so far, we're not even out of the green, which again, if you take a look at the slope of all of these lines, they're identical. I think it's like 38 degrees or something like that. Nothing, no parabola, no nothing yet. Prices just continuing to go up slowly, slowly, slowly before things really happen. If we take a look at the Bitcoin cycle indicator, we are nowhere near a top on this either, suggesting that, yeah, things are just kind of going sideways right now, way before anything actually happens. And being mad at Bitcoin's performance in this bull market is like being disappointed in the New Year's Eve fireworks 6 hours before the show starts. Again, taking a look at this. This is all pre-top, and this should be green as well right here. But this is just pre-top. Nothing happening yet. But we're just around the corner. October of a post-halving year is 41 days away, and you're bearish on Bitcoin. Taking a look at this, the Bitcoin power curve cycle cloud, that's when things take off, October-ish, which is 41 days, and that's when things start to go off bananas, October to January, and then for altcoins, sometimes even months after that. But Bitcoin, generally October to January is where it goes. If we take a look at the mass index parabolas, we are seeing the second cross on the mass index down here on the bottom. This triggers the final Bitcoin parabola. Go figure, 41 days before October. It's been the longest gap ever seen between the first and the second cross. You can see this here. The other one's shorter between them. But the second has just landed. That means the final parabola may be inbound. The liquidity signal right now is at 5 for 5 at launching Bitcoin to new heights. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these were launching Bitcoin to new heights. Guess what? Just signaled once again, and Bitcoin price has at least doubled every time. Now, doubling of $113,000 is $226,000. That's pretty freaking awesome. And that is right in line with what Arthur Hayes is saying. He's predicting $250,000 Bitcoin by December, which comes shortly after October, generally in that October to January thing. So we may see Bitcoin price doubling in the next few months. And Willy Woo also saying Bitcoin rallied up to $124,500 and then down to $112,500, driven by liquidations, which is what we were talking about right here in the beginning, with people just not owning enough spot Bitcoin, basically gambling, and because of that, they get liquidated. It's been overly speculative. Every time the price goes up, a whole bunch of longs pile on. Every time the price goes down, a whole bunch of shorts pile on, and they both just get wiped out. We've seen this for years now. If you're still getting wiped out playing with leverage, guess what? It's nothing new. You should really learn what's going on with the cycles. But the real question is, what are investors doing? MCR risk signal is dropping, hinting at investor liquidity returning. Oh, go figure. If the trend continues, Bitcoin is in great shape to move higher. So both Willy Woo and Arthur Hayes are saying Bitcoin price is going to go up, potentially even doubling or more by December. So things are looking good. Stay away from leverage, because that's the only way to lose everything you've got. And that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching the channel. It's been 8 great years together. Here's to another 8 years. My goodness, I'll be 110 by that time, but hey, I'm looking pretty good for 102, right? So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom, shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.